Okay, I have a package here from Nabalis. And as you can see, there is a lot of damage. This thing almost didn't make it to me. It is hanging on by a thread. But I'm glad it's here. I almost forgot to use the unboxing spoon on it because of how far gone this package already is. So let's just use the unboxing spoon to kind of pry it open a little bit. But as you can see, we have this brand new Nabalis box, which is very cool. I wish it was not damaged, but I will be getting a second one of these fairly soon. We still got the Create with Nabalis pull tab, very awesome. And this Bali, I am so excited for. My good buddy Mac Polish Flipping has had one of these for a couple days now. He was one of the first people to get one, besides the creator, of course. Now, this was a collaboration with a dude who I don't know his name. Let me just look real quick. Mac sent it to me earlier today. Scanacochi. That's hard to pronounce, but that is the designer of the what is in here. I almost said it. You guys saw it in the title though, and the thumbnail. Okay, this box is very cool. So, with Nabalis' newer things, you get some new stuff. You get this right here. This is their holiday thing. You get a little Balisong hat and scarf, which is just so cool. Those are little handmade things over there. Very awesome. You get some stickers, and then you get spare hardware, by handle indicators, of course, and the T10 bit, which I love this T10 bit so much. It has saved me hours of time. But let's get into this guy right here. Now this is the Nabalis X Scanacochi or whatever that guy's name was. I'm really sorry. That name is just generally hard to pronounce. But this is the Reverie. I've heard great things about this. Let's flip it a little bit. It sounds good. Tolerances are perfect. Oh my. This is wild. Okay. Okay. Why does it ring? Is that from the blade? Okay. This is number 57, by the way. I'm surprised I didn't get a later number. I ordered this thing very late. But the Reverie is, I think it was second or third place of Create with Nabalis, the competition where Nabalis asked for people's designs, and the top 5 got a production run, benefiting the designers very heavily, of course, because they came up with the design, and helping Nabalis just make some more cool stuff and bring designers' ideas to life. And I've heard good things about another one of the Create with Nabalis products, the Overlord, made by I'm Not a Repo or Arapo, who designed my shirt and my logo. So that's pretty cool. But the other one, the winner, I believe, the Birds of Prey, or Bird of Prey, I have not seen anybody get their hands on yet. So that is quite interesting. I have one of those on the way. Nabalis said they'd send me one for free as part of my sponsorship with them. So they're sending me the Bird of Prey, and I bought the Reverie with my own cash because I just couldn't pass it up. Okay, let's look. Hopefully you guys can see it really nicely. You have a nice brushed satin finish. You can see the lines and stuff. It's very pretty. Really good jimping, kind of squared handles. They have rounding though, so that's really nice. You have an adjustable weight system down here, and the blade is what really got me to buy it. You have milling lines, milling texturing all along the blade. With this really cool, this is the best Bowie trainer blade I've ever seen. And you even have this hole pattern that looks like something you'd see on a katana or something. Not as a hole, but as like a pattern. I don't know, this is just insane. I don't see how this came to life so good. but it did. Now, there are two colors of the Reverie on Nabalis website. They have silver and purple. The purple one does look really cool. I'm sure a lot of people have ordered that. But I really wanted to get a silver one for one reason. Because of how aesthetically pleasing this guy is, I wanted to make it look like a tsunami. Yeah, so I'm going to try something real quick. Jump cut, if it worked. If it didn't work, still jump cut, but nothing will have changed. Okay, so what I did actually worked. As you can see, I put in some blue hardware. Blue titanium Kraken hardware. And it worked to an extent. I wish it would have worked a little better. I might actually swap back until I get some proper blue hardware for it. But as you can see, hopefully, these screws are recessed down there a little too much. The screws that came with it are a lot thicker. They're actually really nice screws. They have like a little circular pattern on it. It's really cool. But anyway, I'm going to keep it like this for this video. I think it does look super nice with little blue accents. But some specs on the Reverie from what I saw. I believe it has a 420C blade, not 440. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong about that. It does have 6061 aluminum, the same as the, not the Nautilus. Okay, not the Squiddy. Wrong pocket. Teflon Volt. This is a very similar construction to the Teflon Volt, but it's upgraded in a lot of ways. And I think it's going to dethrone the Teflon Volt as one of my favorite Nabalis products. The Teflon Volt flips so competitively sometimes, it's really crazy. And this guy, like, I'm feeling some good things so far. The handles are nice and grippy because of all of the little cutouts everywhere. Like, you have milling everywhere you need it. You got milling lines going all along the faces like a Triton. You have really solid jimping. And you can't really complain about it not going up higher because the milling line meets it there. So that's really cool. Jimping's on both sides, of course. Oh yeah. Nabalis and the designer of the Reverie, you guys killed it. Absolutely killed it. Now the balance, I do feel a little bit of a handle bias, as to be expected with a solid aluminum product like this with no speed channels or reliefs or anything like that. And also, adjustable balance that is full. So, what I'm going to try to do, take out these screws, see if we notice a difference. These appear to just be they're normal T10 screws. But I believe they are steel. It should be hardened steel. So on the heavier end of hardware, meaning that should make a difference. Let's try it. Oh yeah, I feel that a lot. You still have great momentum, like the aerial to, okay, I just screwed that one up. The aerial to OG I did, very grippy. It's wanting to stay on the finger good. Not having to try too hard. So it still has good momentum. That's really nice. Okay, we need to take a minute to do a tolerance and sound test. This is oiled. I oiled it when I changed the screws. Carbon honey. if you don't have wiggle. If you play, very, very minimal. Nabalis products actually tune really good. So I could get that completely out. And here's a full sound test. I think this is my favorite sounding Nabalis product. I think that's pretty safe to say. It's got a ring just like the Teflon Volt, just lower pitched, and I do prefer that pitch. This thing, comparing it with Nabalis' previous products, it does not feel anything like a Nabalis product. Possibly because Nabalis directly didn't design it. They were just the manufacturers, and they probably did some design changes or something to make it easier to manufacture or something like that. But for the most part, they were not the designers. And that's probably why. It feels so different. Like, I don't know who would make something like this if it wasn't for, it does not, okay, my words aren't working right now. It doesn't feel like a Nabalis product, and it doesn't feel like a product any other maker I know would make. It just feels very unique, and that's kind of refreshing, honestly. Maybe I could see an LDY product feeling like this. But then again, coming in at the price of an Orion, this feels nothing like an Orion. And it feels better than an Orion, I think. I think that's a safe bet. It feels very different than an Orion, of course. Orion being sandwich, this thing being channel, which is very, very cool. Man, I would love to see a live blade version of this. It looks like, no, tank's too wide. I was thinking maybe a Kraken blade could fit on here, but that's a little bit of a stretch. Man, this thing, I am so hyped. Mac, you did not disappoint with your opinions on this. Very, very accurate. It just does everything. And it's so fun to flip. Remember, I've said this multiple times. I'm the kind of guy who flips a Balisong more because of the sound and the solidness of the tolerances. This has both, very obviously, and I am digging it. The aesthetics too, like, holy cow. I should get like a shot of B-roll of this, just so I can show off how pretty it is. I'll probably do that on Instagram or something. By the way, go follow me on Instagram if you haven't. I'm almost at 1,000 followers. 930 right now. So if you want to help me out there, see some behind the scenes stuff. I post a lot of story clips on there. As of now, been doing a lot with ProShot, the camera app that I hopefully will make a video on shortly. But yeah, follow me on there. Get me to 1K. I want to hit 3K by the end of this year, and I got some assets that will help me get there that you guys don't even know about yet. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. I think it's the_buffness_ or something like that. It's the same profile picture as this channel, so you'll find it. That's also a good place you can talk to me. So, man, it's so pretty. I'm not seeing anything I don't like about it right now. Like, one thing that is apparent is the lack of face texture. It does not have face texturing at all. It has the milling lines, which are great, of course, and do provide nice grip. But the lack of face texturing, I do feel my hands slipping a little bit, partially because I just oiled it, and partially because aluminum is generally kind of slippery. But it's not flying out of my hands at all. And I think it's something I can get used to for sure. And for $70, you can't expect too much. This is a lot more than I honestly expected for $70. One thing with the Create with Nabalis is you don't really know what it'll flip like. You can't immediately tell. Like, a lot of these Balisongs have been tested by a lot of people. And these ones were just designs that were created on CAD or in a drawing and brought to life. And that does not necessarily mean it's going to flip good. But it does. And if you're watching this video because you don't know if you should buy a Reverie, for $70, I don't think there's much better options. Sure, you can get in a Live Blade Orion 1.5 for like $80 or $90, and that's Live Blade. An Orion Trainer could give this thing a run for its money. It is 70-75 aluminum, while this is 60-61. But something like a Mako would not compete with this in that price range, really at all. I think those are the main budget guys. Nabalis and LDY are carrying the budget world right now. And I think this is just another step up. I do believe, though, that the Reverie is competing directly with the Overlord, which I think was also released for $70 or $80, less than $100. That is a sandwich construction. That is the one that I don't have coming. We'll see if I ever end up with one. That would be cool to compare all three of the winners of the competition, as I'll already have two. But the Reverie is absolutely awesome. Before we go, let's put on the little hat and scarf that Nabalis has been including in all of their holiday purchases. By the way, thank you guys so much for all of your support by using my Nabalis code. I've gotten a ton of orders over the holiday season, and at the drop of the Create with Nabalis products, just a flood of orders using my code, and that was awesome. It's a great way to support me. I made a good amount of money from that. Oh, I lost the hat. And me making money from this hobby just makes me want to go even harder in the hobby. Just push myself. That's awesome. Put more time into content, into designing certain things that will be revealed shortly, and into flipping to make me better. That is just so cool. I love that, Nabalis. Whoever's idea this was, is so cool. But yeah, also, huge thanks to my channel members. If you want to join my channel, have your name at the credits of all my facecam videos, get access to special community posts and videos. I just made a community post to all my members asking about what video I should make for them. Exclusive content is part of the membership status. So that's really cool. That is currently, I would say, the best way to support me. Joining my membership up to starting at $5 a month to get some extra stuff and help me keep growing in this hobby. And I don't want to end this video because the Reverie is so fun. So let me just flip it for another minute. I've been trying to learn to get my aerial-less giraffe a little better. The giraffe with no aerial. I didn't realize that's what it was called until my friend Min made a tutorial on it. It's actually really fun. I already knew how to do it. I just didn't know it was an actual trick. So it's a lot of fun. Anyways, I think that's gonna do it. Thank you, Nabalis, for all you've done for me in this channel, and for even hosting Create with Nabalis. It's such a cool event. And I'm excited for the Birds of Prey to arrive and for me to make a video on that. Hopefully less than a week, but I'm not sure. Anyways, buy yourself a Reverie. This is absolutely insane for the price. Peace.